As you know, CardioSmart is the patient-focused initiative of the ACC to improve patient education, engagement, and quality of life. With our emphasis on patient-centered care, it is fitting that this year we're able to announce a new CardioSmart Patient Advocate Award. This award has been established to recognize and honor individuals who have been especially effective in advocating on behalf of patients with cardiovascular disease. This year's award goes to a man whose voice and efforts have had profound positive impact on awareness of heart disease and the importance of patient-centered cardiovascular care. He has been tireless in speaking out about his own experience as a heart patient. He has authored a book, Taking on Heart Disease, that expands the discussion of heart disease to other celebrities and some of the best minds in cardiology. His foundation, the Larry King Cardiac Foundation, is celebrating this year 25 years of providing funding for life-saving cardiac procedures for individuals who, because of limited means and no insurance, would be otherwise unable to receive treatment. For all of these efforts and more, the American College of Cardiology is honored to present Larry King with the first ever CardioSmart Patient Advocate Award. Please join me in welcoming him to the stage.
Thank you very much. I'm so proud to be here. Is there an award? Do I get something?
Well, we wanted to see what you say.
Well, let me see what I get. No, I'm so pleased to accept this. It's an honor to be at this wonderful get-together. I just toured the facility that you're all going to see because it opens shortly. I had a heart attack 1987 in February. Subsequently, I had heart surgery in December in New York. It was some of the scariest moments of my life. And since then, I dedicated my life to helping others. After I had my surgery, we were sitting around one day and someone asked how much it cost. And I didn't know because insurance had paid for it. So I decided that I owed something back. And we formed the Larry King Cardiac Foundation. My wife is chairman, my son was president for many years, and what we try to do was help people who weren't covered by insurance. And our goal was to save a heart a day, and we work with many hospitals and many doctors and made it possible to hopefully help many, many people. I always thought it a blight on America that this country, so rich, so vast, so much in the way of good fortune, did not have a national health system, so that some people died and other people lived merely because someone had money and someone didn't. I think that hopefully that's going to end next year and in the years ahead when we won't need the Larry King Cardiac Foundation, and more work will go into research and development. So I'm honored to accept whatever award they're going to give me. I will tell you a quick little story about my my surgery. I had my heart attack in Washington, and when they told me I needed surgery, I wanted to have it in New York because I was very skeptical and very pessimistic. And since I was born and raised in New York, I thought it would be best to die in New York. I was very scared of someone cutting open my chest. So I flew to New York, and we decided to do it at New York Hospital. I'll never forget the morning. It was a rainy Sunday morning in November when I checked into the hospital. I came with my brother. When we walked in the doors at New York Hospital, the governor of New York, Mario Cuomo, was there, the president of the hospital. It was really nice to be a celebrity. And the president of the hospital said to me, "Mr. King, you don't have to check in, you don't have to deal with the formalities, and will take me up in a private elevator to the 15th floor." And they took me to my room and had carpeting and a view of the East River, magnificent furniture. The only thing that told you was a hospital room was the bed, a hospital bed. Other than that, you thought you were in a hotel. And he said to me, "Mr. King, I'll have you know that the Shah of Iran stayed in this room." And I said, as I recollect, he died. How about putting me in a room where people go home? Anyway, that was the night before my surgery, and I had not met my surgeon. My cardiologist was terrific, and P.K. Shaw here in L.A. and Dr. Blumenthal in New York were very attentive and caring. But I'd never met my surgeon, who turned out to be Dr. Wayne Isom, who had performed surgery on Walter Cronkite, David Letterman, so many people, very famous surgeon. He walked in the door, and he was wearing, it was a Sunday, he was wearing, 10-gallon hat, cowboy boots, and across the room, he just said, "You're gonna do fine. You're gonna do fine." I looked at this like strange creature, By the way, I later discovered that all heart surgeons are either Jewish or from Texas. There is no Protestant heart surgeon from North Dakota. They don't exist. Anyway, he comes over to me, and this is the truth. He starts tapping my chest with the 2 fingers. I think it's the first thing you learn in heart school. And he's listening. I look down. I swear to God, I look down. He had no right thumb. I'm going to be operated on a man with no right thumb. I later discovered that they had a shearing accident when his mother was working in the garden, and she sheared off his right thumb when he was a kid, and it made him actually a better doctor because it made him ambidextrous, but I didn't know that at this time. So I looked down. Now, what do you say? It's the day before my surgery. I'm scared to death, and this guy with no right thumb is going to cut open my chest. So I said to him, "What do you do at that minute?" And here's what I said. "Doc, it's a funny thing. All my life, I've had this weird habit. When I meet people, for some strange reason, I count their fingers. And with you, I get to 9. So he told me, he explained the whole thing to me. And that night, I went to sleep, and I had a dream that Dr. Isom, shaving in the morning, cut his other thumb. But thank God I survived. I went on to live and be before you today and receive this award. I'm very honored to keep up the work of the Larry King Cardiac Foundation, and I'll have a quick comment after I see what I get.
Let me read it for you. Well, let me read the inscription here for you, Larry. There is an award right here. The American College of Cardiology CardioSmart Award, given in grateful recognition of Larry King's tireless efforts on behalf of patients affected by cardiovascular disease. March 2013, American College of Cardiology.
This is a beautiful award, and I thank you very much. And the only thing I can think of in closing is to tell you that many, many years ago, I spoke for the City of Miami Police Department. And at the end of the speech, they gave me a certificate making me honorary chief of police. I put the certificate in my glove compartment. I didn't think about it. A couple days later, I'm driving down Flagler Street. I make a right-hand turn on Southeast 3rd Avenue, and that day, they made Southeast 3rd Avenue one way, the other way. They do this in Miami at the end of the month, so the policemen get the complete ticket allotment in 2 days, right? Jews moved to Boca Raton, the Cubans didn't care. Anyway, I'm like 15th online for my ticket. The guy's writing out tickets for illegal right turn. He gets to me, and as he's writing my ticket, I remember my certificate, honorary chief of police. So I take out the certificate. I'm not gauche or anything. I just put it right down where he was writing my ticket. He looked at me, he looked at the certificate, he looked back at me, he looked at the certificate, and then he told me what to do with the certificate. And my first thought was, thank God they didn't give me a plaque. Thank you very much.